Welcome back to Everything Now. Our next guest is an animatronics expert. Please welcome to the stage, Barney Walters.
Woo! Wow. Hey. Oh my gosh. I'm really not used to being like in front of a camera like this. I'm like an engineer kind of guy. So, wow. Okay. So as they said, I'm Barney Walters. I'm an animatronics expert. That's a pretty good title. I've got a PowerPoint that I brought because we're learning about machines today. I thought I'd bring my expertise to you guys and give you a little overview of what animatronics are like. Because a lot of people see them, but they don't know who's back there, who's doing that, you know? So, and what's going on. Okay, so animatronics, like I said, and that's me. I'm Barney the Birdman Walters. Nobody's ever called me the Birdman, but I would like to start that. So if you see me from now on, please. Oh, and there's a robot. I put a robot in the. I thought that would be nice. That's not really what animatronics look like in reality, but I thought that was just a fun guy. Okay, let's get this party started. Why should we listen to this guy? If you're wondering why I put this in quotes, it's because my wife says it to me like every goddamn day. It feels like. Carol. Okay, I'm a Disney Imagineer. That's my credentials. But I like to refer to myself as a magic maker, a maker of magic. I do animatronics at the parks. Before you ask, yes, that means that I have an annual pass. And my favorite ride is definitely the moving walkway before Buzz Lightyear. All about that anticipation. It's like the journey's to come. But my number one job for sure is a dad to my triplets. I got two that are identical and one that didn't come out looking the same. And God, I'm so proud of them. All three of them now work in development at Spalding. Big guys, they're all just out there dreaming up new kinds of basketballs. Of course, this does mean that I am now an empty nester with my wife, Carol. And it's like, great. You know, it's like I would leave the nest if it wasn't my nest that I built. And if you have any questions, yes, I am currently in the doghouse. What am I not, right, Carol? God damn. Okay, so here's the timeline. Animatronics over the years. Look, I put those in. That's not a timeline, but like it kind. Okay. Thank you. 1739 is where we're going to start. The digesting duck. This is an automaton created by a French guy way back in the day. I won't get too into the mechanics of it, but basically the situation is audiences were amazed because people would feed it pellets and it appeared to shit it out, other pellets, but what was actually happening was it was a fake shit pellet coming out. The duck didn't digest the food. And like, honestly, this guy reminds me a little bit of my wife, because it's like, goddamn, neither of them can give a real shit about anything. You know. Okay. Anyway, so a fun fact about this is that the goal was to make a robot that really did digest and shit, and that was actually accomplished in 2006 with something called the cloaca machine. And now people buy the shit out of that machine. Okay. Yeah. And now we just go a couple years forward from 1730s to 1939 with Sparko the dog. Look at that guy. I feel like I get that same look from my wife, Carol, every freaking time I want to change the channel to something that makes sense. Stop watching Riverdale, Carol. My wife has these parties. They watch Riverdale. I'm not allowed downstairs. She says don't move or they hear me. Anyway, this is kind of the first official animatronic character, Sparko, right here. He's the pet of Electro, a robot made by an electric company. He was like their mascot back in the day. And now Electro, oh man, he was humanoid in appearance. He spoke about 700 words, that's it. He smokes cigarettes and he can move his head and arms like slightly.
Wow.
Sounds a little bit like my wife, Carol, after 5 p.m. when she gets home from book club. Anyway, 1963 to 1964, welcome to frickin' Birdtown for animatronics. So this is the real, like, the first real good animatronic you see is in Mary Poppins, and you get the fucking tiki room. Shit, I worked on that. If you don't know about the tiki room, which, like, are you living under a rock? It's a bunch of tropical-ass birds in a room, and then their movements are synchronized to noise. So basically, any movement you hear is triggered by, or any movement you see, is triggered by sound, which is, if you need a way to remember it, just think about how my wife, Carol, when she hears the sound of me coming into a room, that triggers her to move to another room. Just like those birds, like, goddamn, you know? Carol. Oh, jeez. 1977, we get fucking goddamn Chuck E. Cheese fucking pizza goddamn band. This is a fucking disgrace to animatronics. I don't like talking about this, but it feels like my burden in life to do so. Animatronics should have a story or a design, some kind of idea, a logic. You don't see that in this group of misfits. Animatronics should also never be so close to loose pizza all willy-nilly, just grease about near these what are supposed to be works of art. And guys, the lineup itself is insane. Look at this. Take a look at this. Every single goddamn puppet is listed as a vocals. There's no clear star. What's the narrative here? Who are the ads focused on? You would think Chuck E. goddamn Cheese would be the leader of the band who sings, but no. And if you think that I'm exaggerating about this shit, oh my god. You're gonna want to see the actual band. Let me show you. We'll bring this up to like full opacity here so you can see. Yeah, here we go. Take a look at the Chuck E. goddamn Cheese band. Yeah, this guy's name is like freaking Munch or something. A quick cursory glance at him reveals that there's no distinct species going on. It's hairy, I guess. It has enough teeth that you know it has teeth, but not enough to do any chewing. And did we just accidentally land on the exact Lakers colors, Chuck E. Cheese? Because that's going to be an issue at some point. Also, he's fucking wearing a green hat. Does he wear clothes or not? Now we have this guy. He's clearly wearing clothes, so the through line's destroyed. Also, I don't even want to address the little dots on his snout that are clearly just equidistant from each other. It's not like normal spots on a dog. It's like fucking graph paper dots. And I want to also bring your attention to the fact that, yes, he is playing a guitar that is cheese, which, you know, is fun, is whimsical, unless there's, like, you know, a mouse in the band. That might make some sense. Oh, fuck! That might make sense for him to have the goddamn cheese instrument now, wouldn't it? This fucking mouse who's the lead character who literally has nothing to do. And just a friendly warning to you with this mouse, don't look too closely at either of his arms, because that's just a tunnel to nightmares. I don't know what I'm supposed to even... You don't need me to tell you that this is just Mario, but they didn't finish putting anything on. It's just, everything's clearly just openly falling off. What? That's so... This is the last, perhaps the queen of them all. I know what you're thinking, everyone who's watching right now. You're thinking that's a bird. Look again. Its body is covered in fur, and its hair is feathers. Where does that leave us? Where does that leave us, I ask you? What are we looking at? Oh, here's my wife, Carol. She agrees with me on that. What? Wait, Carol, what? Fuck, what are you doing here?
I just came to remind you that dinner will be ready in 45 minutes.
God damn. Carol, I freaking told you. I was doing a thing tonight. I have one thing that I do on my own.
I know you have hobbies. I'm just trying to feed you so you can do those hobbies.
Carol, what's for dinner? Just tell me what's for dinner. It's thank you for making the.
It's a raw Red Baron pizza from the last lane on the left in the Kmart that was abandoned.
Okay. Are you gonna warm it up or anything?
Only if your heart warms to me.
Well, don't count on that. Am I right, guys?
I'm just trying to have a loving
yeah,
relationship
sure.
with you.
Doesn't feel like you're trying that hard, Carol. God, it's like, can we sleep in the same bed tonight at least? Like, Carol, can we fucking sleep in the same bed? Is that okay with you?
No, I talked with my mother-in-law and she agrees that we should probably split up.
We don't even have to face the same way, Carol. I'll roll up like a tube with frickin' toothpaste. You won't even feel me there.
Yikes.
Carol, I don't even know if you're listening to me. Why are you looking at the camera like that? Come on. Carol, is the pool boy still over?
Ooh.
I told you he
Oh,
loves me
no.
more in the ways that you cannot fulfill me with.
Yikes.
And you know, the first time you said that, I thought maybe you'll get over it. It seems like not.
I'm going to tend to our 3 sons.
Okay. Back to in 1982, Ben Franklin was the first animatronic to walk up a set of stairs.
You got this.
Yeah, keep
Yeah,
going.
you're
You
good.
keep going. Don't worry.
You got it.
You're really close.
Okay. We can just skip.
Okay.
So in conclusion, fuck the Chuck E. Cheese goddamn fucking band and don't ever get married.